in the night patrol. K9 by my side, I get so. Whip up a storm in the kitchen heat. I'll spot the game, never miss a beat. Green thumb in the dirt we grow. Friends with devil dog going toe to toe. Cooking meals fit for a king. Uniform strong, let them freedom ring. Police power, smart and fine. Heart of gold in every line. Serve with pride, protect and show. Life of honor, let it flow. Police power, smart and fine. Heart of gold in every line. Serve with pride, protect and show. Life of honor, let it flow. Patrol the beat around the block. Crime and chaos, we're the shock. Dogs loyal, love them true. Badge of courage, painted blue. Late night calls don't slow me down. In my garden, wear the crown. Cooking meals with flair and fun. The badge I wear, second to none. Police power, smart and fine. Heart of gold in every line. Serve with pride, protect and show. Life of honor, let it flow. Late night calls don't slow me down. In my garden, wear the crown. Cooking meals with flair and fun. The badge I wear, second to none. Police power, smart and fine. Heart of gold in every line. Serve with pride, protect and show. Life of honor, let it flow.
Bam! Link is up at the top. And I'm just chilling. You know, I ain't got a whole lot going on. Worked a lot this last week. And working a lot, well, not near as much as the coming week. But we had, had a good week. A lot of overtime. I guess 32 hours overtime. And I am working towards retirement. I respect once it gets to retirement, I'll spend more time YouTubing. I expect. It's the only thing I got plans on doing at the moment anyhow. Maybe I'll do some traveling. Any of y'all ever thought about going to a foreign country for maybe a month? Just checking it out, see what life was like over there. Hey, Joey, good to see you, darling. Let me say hello to everybody proper like. Arlene, thank you for being here. Demoose, member of the family, thank you for being here. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. M. Buglet, Emily. Joanne Glass, Missouri Outlaw Randy. He got his old name back. I don't know if he's on a different channel or he changed it back or what. NBL, nothing but love. I got nothing but love for the NBL. Rudy Iraheta with autism aware our homestead. Skinner Farms, Josh, longtime friend. The chairman, pleasure to see you. The Silent Forgotten, thank you for being here. Tim Mitchell, another member of the family. Ed over at Whistle Stop Homestead. Had the pleasure of meeting him down at the meetup. William Carnegie, who I've known for some time. Let's see if I've missed anybody. Seems like something popped up top, but oh, there's another member of the family, my buddy. Peter from Old Man King Homestead. Had a chance to meet him as well at the meetup. I spend some time reflecting. looking at things and concentrating on what's going on, or life, I guess. Try to ask myself, am I being the best type of person I can be? Am I doing things the right way? After the meetup, I did enjoy myself, and I was trying to make sure that everybody was having fun. But I will admit that after the thing, I wish I'd spent more time, with individual people. He is shorter in person. Yeah, I get that. Some people think I'm supposed to be tall. I'm taller than most officers I work with, or at least half of them. What's up, Jerry?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Well, you sound a little down.
Tired. I mowed 3 acres today
That's a lot of mowing.
with the lawnmower with a zero turn. It was about hip high when I mowed it. Now it's 3.5 inches tall.
Well, so you rode.
Yeah, but I was covered in grass.
Yeah, I can see that. But you got to admit that that's a lot easier on a zero turn than it is on if you were.
Yeah, better easier than a push mower.
Yeah, I can see that. The
Hey, Josh.
Oh, that reminds me. I probably ought to have the chat over here where I can actually read it. Hey, Des, good.
I figured out something.
What's that?
I can load my videos on a zip drive, mail them to Eddie. Eddie can upload it for me, and he mail me back the zip drive faster than I can load it myself.
Yeah, the upload speed at his house is amazing.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Says it took me 30 hours to upload one yesterday, so
30 hours.
13 hours. I'm sorry, 13 hours to upload a 14-minute video.
What's up? Said, hey Jerry, I heard you went
to
Jan.
Yeah, I went to Jan's. I visited with Jan, but I forgot the box.
You forgot the box?
Yeah. I got all the way to Jan's and I said, oh, crap. Forgot the box giver.
Hey, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
I got a box of MREs I was going to bring for Eddie, but I ended up passing. I passed out the ones I did bring. I thought
you gave him a box.
I gave him a couple. But I'm going to bring him more. I ended up giving away a lot of them.
I've seen them for sale on Facebook for a whole case, which is like 14, I think, in there for $29.99.
I paid a whole lot more than that for mine. But that's all right. I've had mine for a little while. Marines and Army Mom, pleasure and honor to see you, ma'am. Always is. Those MREs, they're okay. It'll stop you up a little bit though. If you eat quite a couple of them in here. I ain't got a whole lot. Eddie got stuff to talk about. I pretty much just go home, go to work, come home. But I've only got about 3 years and 7 weeks left to go. So I guess there's that. Hey Kyle, how's it going? No, I went over and saw Mom and Dad. I went over to go see Mama today, and I left a little early because my sister was down there, and so I got a chance to see Joyful for a little while, and then went over and saw both my brothers and my sister was there too. My niece Abby graduated last night, so it was good. And hey Jack, good to see you, brother. I don't know why he did that.
Sorry, I like it.
Well, but I mean, all I do is work. He's playing with the settings, I guess. Let me see if I can set it again. And He'll mess with it again probably, but that's okay. All right. There we go.
Hey, Gary,
Yeah.
remember the sign language?
What about the sign language?
Well, I'm getting you back.
Let's see. Yeah.
Is that all you know is how to spell in sign language?
No, but I do know some of the others, but you didn't, I wasn't doing sign language until you started asking about sign language, and I did.
You were waving your hands and doing all kinds of throwing gang signs and everything else on my life. And I was trying to tell a story.
It wasn't gang signs.
What?
You know Italian?
There we go. But I learned sign language at 16, something like that. 16 years old. At least some of it, because I met a girl that was deaf. Beautiful girl.
I bet her name is Tammy.
To be honest with you, I don't remember her name. That's been when I was 16 years old. I think she ended up marrying one of my classmates, Paul. I can't remember Paul's last name, but I did.
You're not good at these stories, Gary.
Well, I learned a little bit of sign language because
you don't remember her name. You don't remember his name. What do you remember?
Man, that was 16 years ago. That was what, 34 years ago?
I don't know, Gary. You're telling the stories.
Well, hey, I've been a fan of women since I was very young, and they just.
Hey, What's this sexual harassment there, Gary?
I ain't harassing you, that's for sure.
Carnegie?
I ain't harassing Carnegie either. I ain't harassing anybody. I appreciate it, Tim. I'm good.
The moose.
What'd he say?
He said that is the only way he snuck up on her. It's because she was deaf.
That's better than what my comment was.
Hey, I was prettier when I was young. I'm glad you're having a good time, Eddie.
That's a good one.
That was a good one, Demoose. Oh, Roger, and roll tide.
Well, and I learned a little bit more when I was a little bit older because, I do find languages interesting.
He just can't stick to them long enough to get proficient at them.
Well, there was somebody that I needed to know how to learn.
He can't even speak English.
Hey, he speaks Mississippian. Right, Gary?
That's right.
Mississippian.
I speak Mississippian. But I was talking about that, though. When I moved to Houston, I was in class. I guess I was in 11th grade at that time. And the teacher asked me to work a problem out on the board. I said, take that, do this, do that, and then take this and put that over yonder. And as soon as I said yonder, everybody in the class bust out laughing, saying, you sound like a redneck. And then by next year we had moved to Mississippi. And in Mississippi, I said something other about moving to Mississippi, and I actually enunciated. And they said, Mississippi, you sound like a Yankee. So it don't matter where I go. Somebody ain't going to be happy about the way I talk.
NBL said Coco the gorilla knew more sign language than Gary.
That's true.
So, in other words, they're saying you ain't as smart as an ape or a monkey.
I'm okay with that. Hey, Najuma, good to see you, darling.
Hoorah, Najuma.
I know Spanish better than I know. I know my Spanish better than I know sign language because I don't have a lot of chance to use my sign language. But and it would take a little while to get back to where I knew as much as I could remember as much as I did. There have been, I've had an opportunity once or twice, I guess, in the last few years, to talk with somebody that was deaf and knew sign language, but it's hard to remember all that stuff. The letters, letters are easy, but and it's a different way of communicating, I guess. It's more of a concept or conceptual than a verbal language. So anyhow, it is what it is. Maybe I'll pick that up when I retire. I don't
pick what up?
Do more in learning sign language.
I think you'll be too old to pick anything up.
It all depends on how heavy it is.
Here, I'm picking up a shot glass right there. I'm picking up a can of tobacco right there. I can pick stuff up pretty easy.
You were talking about when you retired, not now.
Well, that's true. I bet I can still pick stuff up.
I hope I'm still around when he retires.
Well, I don't plan on going more.
I don't think Gary's going to retire, Jerry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he talks a lot of smack, but I don't think he's going to retire.
He retires, I'm going to be dead.
Well, I hope I don't wait that long. I hope you live a long life too.
I hope so too, because I don't want to die yet.
He already has lived a long life. What are you talking about, Gary? He's old.
I'm too young to die.
Well, the chances of him making it to 90 are greater than he were, from the beginning. So, or even 100.
Yeah. Oh, I could live to be 100.
Yeah. There we go.
Maybe and I'll be calling you, Eddie. It's so popular.
Well, I don't know that Eddie will make it that long. He's a little bit wore down. I mean, between the three of us, Jerry and Eddie, I think Eddie's probably in the roughest shape.
Yeah, he's got diabetes and how's your weight going, Gary? Is it going down now?
I don't know.
Are you still on Ozempic?
Yeah, I'm on Ozempic. I've only been taking it for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, but are you hungry?
Jamie, I gotta get a shot.
Are you hungry?
What do you mean, am I hungry? I mean, I'm always hungry.
Well, I thought that's what it was supposed to do.
You've seen me eat. I can eat. I can put it away.
I know. That's what I know. I'm still in awe of the 4 plates at Golden Corral. And you shoving it in like there was no tomorrow.
That's funny, Gary. No, my appetites went down, but I'm still at the minimum dose of Ura Pogarasi. I'm still at the minimum dose of I got tomorrow or today rather, I have to get a shot of Ozempic. And because it's once a week and I do it on Saturdays. And that's funny. That's funny, Gary. That bidet for Des. Anyways.
I sent her a picture of it too. Bidet.
Anyways, but
I'll send you the other one.
Yeah, Elder Ed. Yes, I only have a few years before I get 100, but you wish you looked as good as me.
Then next week I go up a little bit on the shot. So
he should start seeing more from after that. Then
yeah, next week. So, but I mean, my appetite isn't as much as it was.
So now you can only eat 3 plates at Golden Corral instead of 4.
Shut up, Jerry.
There it is. Okay, I can go off now. I've had my weekly doses. Shut up, Jerry. I kind of miss that, I don't hear it very often anymore,
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't hear it very often anymore. 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 I don't hear it very
Hang on, I gotta find Jerry's.
What?
I will send you those 2 pictures I just sent Eddie.
Oh.
I just gotta find your, here it is. All right. Hang on, I'm working on it. There we go. I'll send those to you. It's a redneck bidet.
Yeah, I've seen one of those in an outhouse.
Did you?
Yep.
He actually used it, Gary.
Cool. I've never used an outhouse.
It was in Washington. I'm sorry, it was in Alaska. No, Washington, Alaska.
Now, I did see an 8-person outhouse one time. It's over in Natchez.
Okay, and what did I say that makes you laughing?
I don't know. Maybe that you've used one. Yeah, it was an 8-person house. It was over at one of these plantations. It was a huge, the largest 8-sided residence in the world. So all these jackknives using Ozempic for weight loss are causing a shortage. Well, my wife uses not Ozempic, but what's that, Monjero, and she does that for her by diabetes. So you have used an outhouse? Well, that's interesting, Emily. I've never used one. But hey,
And forgot.
I was on so much insulin that they put me on Ozempic, and when they put me on insulin, it caused me to gain weight. I gained like 35, 40 pounds. So they put me on Ozempic to lessen the amount of insulin I was taking, and so I wouldn't gain as much weight.
Yeah, Jamie had to give it to him in 2 shots. It was so much.
Yeah.
no, I've never seen a double-decker outhouse. A chamber pot. Now they did have that up there too. Had man, I swear I can't believe the way things used to be. If I ever get in one of them time machines and I go back way in time, I'm going to invent some way of doing plumbing. Yeah.
Hey, Ed, you
Yeah.
should have seen a Golden Corral stock. It took a dip after Eddie was there.
Shut up, Jerry.
I'm telling you, dude, that guy could put some food away. I mean, I thought I was a big eater. He makes me look like chump cheese, man. I'm telling you.
All right. Let's see. A 4-holer. Well, I saw an 8-holer.
I've eaten one time today, Jerry.
Well, that's about
Okay.
average for me these days, eating one time.
I just ate today.
That's not good for you, Gary. You shouldn't eat once a day.
Actually, that was told to me by a doctor.
Well, that doctor's stupid because I've always been told it's better to eat 5 small meals than 1 big meal a day.
Well, that may be.
So Dr. Beltloop was off his rocker.
I don't have time to eat 5 small meals.
No, I'm just saying that's what the dietitians and the freaking endocrinologist and everything else has told me. It's better to eat, like 5 separate times little amounts than 1 big amount.
I agree with you. And if I had a wife like yours, I probably would be eating 5 different little meals instead of 1 big meal. I'm lucky I got 1 meal.
Well, Eddie ate a huge meal there at Golden Corral.
Oh,
Why are y'all making this about me?
he had just 4 plates.
Excuse
I'm
me?
teasing.
You even want one?
Nope, now you get 1 meal now.
You fend for yourself. Gee.
It got me in trouble, Eddie.
There you go, Andy.
Why is it my fault? You're the one that was throwing me under the bus.
Dugan said he had a dozen of barbecue plates at the Houston Rodeo.
No, I did not.
Hey, Gutters Pub.
Where do you see that? I don't see Guggen.
No, he
Oh.
said that NBL said that LOL Guggen said he had a dozen plates of barbecue.
Well, NBL wasn't there, so the second freaking he said, she said, don't count NBL for 1. For 2, I did not. For 3, later.
Good to see you, Gutters Pub. Nice lady. I don't know why he's taking everything so. You know, he brags about how much he can eat, and then he turns around and act like you know. Hey yo.
Eddie's okay. Eddie's good people. He just jokes around.
What's up, Beltloop? How are you?
Good to see
All right.
you again.
I'm going to go now, Gary. I got things to do.
All right. Well,
I'll see you later.
All right. Have a good night, brother.
All right, later on.
All right. But yeah, we just chilling. Snack throughout the day. Well, it's not unusual for me to eat 1 meal a day. I mean, I'm not. It's not any hard and fast rule. It's just a question of time. I ain't necessarily got time to go out and get anything a lot of the time. So, I mean, I'm at work so much. I have enough to shove 5 mini muffins down my throat. Okay.
Mini muffins is funny.
Chat's going pretty fast. Hard for me to keep up. But part of that's Nightbot, though. I probably ought to slow down my Nightbot. I don't know. How you been doing?
I assume you're talking to JB Rance from Boston, who is a big fan of your show, by the way. I don't get to come here a lot because I'm usually at work when you're on. That's the only reason.
Okay. You JB Rance?
I what?
I'm asking, are you JB Rance?
Yes, I am just JB Rance. Yeah,
Okay.
that's me.
Yeah, I mean, I see, I've been over to JB Rance channel, your channel, a few times. I try to say something when I'm there. I don't, I typically can't remember though from one day to the next what's going on. I have somebody's on a 15-minute break I just caught, but I don't know.
Yeah, so whatever's going on over there, I've had so many trolls and most of my videos have been deleted. The only way that is really reliable at this point, at least, to like understand who I am is when I come on to shows. But JB Rants is my channel. It's just YouTube is asshole, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
They do like nefarious shit.
Well, YouTube, it's kind of, I don't know, it almost seems like a love-hate relationship. I've got one live stream, not live stream, I've got one what is it, video. It's a short that just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. It's really weird. I mean, I never thought it would have, but currently, well, what is it? It's like let me look. Right now it's at 217,000 views, but it just continues.
Holy shit.
It just keeps going up and up and up.
See, at this point though, you should be getting paid. Are you getting paid for that at all?
Well, that's on my YouTube police channel, and it's not monetized.
I've never monetized. Yeah.
Well, I've debated on whether or not to stay monetized. You know, I mean, there has always been the thought that at some point, you know, when I retire, it might mean something. Right now, it don't mean a whole lot. I mean, I've given away everything that I've made and then some.
My whole thing, Belt Loop, is I don't really know a lot about you, but you have on good guests and you have good opinions and you have a good show. And I'm glad to be a part of it. I didn't mean to make it about YouTube. I just came to say hey and hello to your audience as well.
Hey, it's all good, brother. The fact is, I appreciate that. They're very kind words. I just try to be, best I can be.
Because there are a lot of pricks on this platform. You know that.
There are a lot of what do they call
it? We'll keep it clean, right?
Yeah, well, I always try to keep it clean. Hey, Boo.
Hello.
What's up, Beltloop? How you doing, JB?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Hey, everybody in chat, how y'all are?
It's good to see you, Boo. How's everything in Louisiana?
Is that a trick question?
No, not meant to be.
About the same as last time you saw me, a little bit worse.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's not your fault. You ain't gonna be sorry.
Well, I guess maybe I'm just empathizing.
Right.
But you know, I don't have a long time. Well, I guess it depends on your perspective. 4 or 5 years ain't too long before I retire, but it could be as long as 7, somewhere between 4 and 7 years. Is how long I'm gonna go before I retire. And I don't know if I'm. I've been doing this now for 3 years, 3, 4, 5 years. I guess my first videos were in 2020, and so.
You mean you've been doing YouTube for 3, 4, 5 years?
Yeah.
So you've seen the good, the bad, the ugly? Dude, I've been doing this off and on for about 50, since the inception. I'm not saying anything about me. What I'm saying is that your channel is so much better than mine. Like, to be respected on this platform as you are is definitely a feat. And that's cool, man.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'm saying it.
Hey, Cajun Coin Hunter. That's you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boo. All right, I just saw the chat and I'm used to either talking or reading chat, and I can't always.
Yeah, everybody just knows me as Boo. It's been my nickname forever and a day. Since I was a kid, Boo's my nickname, but look, right up there.
Yeah. Well,
Cajun.
Boo Luquette.
Luquette. As in a black kettle.
Yeah.
Like John Larroquette.
Yeah.
Patricia Arquette. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that now.
It's all French names.
That makes sense. I tell you what, JB, I appreciate and hang on. Just doing our best. Became an inner circle. Hang on, I gotta play some music.
Cool. I'm gonna get out of here because I have to get up at frickin' 5:10 tomorrow. But I just wanted to say hi, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, okay?
All right. Thanks for coming up.
Take it easy.
Thank you. All right. Peace out.
Shirley became a member of the inner circle. I got to play some.
Oh my God, baby! Oh my God, baby!
That was fun. Well, that's a very interesting question. I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether or not YouTube is fun to do. There's a lot of good people on here. I enjoy spending time. I'm very scatterbrained about it, and I'm not very good at it. I'm surrounded by a bunch of really Oh, Kill It and Grill It. Good to see you. I'm surrounded by a lot of great people. A lot of great folks come in here. Let me go ahead and make you a moderator, Kill It, so that you can check out some of these other channels. There's a lot of good people.
NBL, what's up? Nothing but love.
And, but
Kill it, do it.
I found myself looking to be entertained, so I go to a bunch of different live streams, and I talk way too much and think way too little. Try to be respectful though, and just do what I'm supposed to do. And I've met a lot of great people along the way, like Shirley, like Eddie, like you, like everybody in the chat. I've had a chance to meet them in person, and I'm very appreciative of that as well. I don't know. I just think that people ought to treat other people with respect. And so I try to do that. But I do find myself also questioning myself, trying to do some self-reflection. Is Ginger in here?
I didn't see no names of Ginger in it yet.
Maybe I'm just missing.
The Moose.
Maybe of course it could be. I'm just familiar with it. Katie's Kitchen. Good to see you, darling. I see Annie. You ever? Hey, Larry. Do you ever see that show at Romper Room?
Romper Room?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
At the beginning of it, they go through, and pleasure to see you here, Larry. They got a little it's like a handle thing that holds a mirror, and it does a little. I see so and so, and I see so and so, and Romper Room, and my sister was on there one time when she was just a kid, but sometimes it I don't remember it. I was grown up. Really, I don't remember watching it other than I saw some of it. But sometimes
like, was it on ABC, CBS, NBC?
I think it was
Cable?
like PBS or something.
Oh, okay.
I think
we couldn't get. Sometimes we got PBS. We couldn't get NBC. Until we got an antenna outside. And then Daddy would point it straight to Lafayette. He wouldn't let me point it in between Lake Charles and Lafayette.
Well, that's the thing. And I think there's probably quite a few folks in here as well that are in our age group that, back then you had to point the antenna a particular way to pick up a different channel.
Yeah. Well, where I was pointing it at was actually I was into radio and electronics when I was a kid. So I knew what a tower was for channel 3 and 10. And actually, later on in life, it was straight west. CBS, it was channel 3. They had an 1,800-foot tower in Kaplan. It didn't matter. You could put the back of your antenna toward it, and it would catch real good.
Apparently, it was one of the 3 networks. I don't remember. Romper, Bumper, Stomper, Boo. Hey, Ace, good to see you.
Tell me I see 29. Ace.
Yeah, Ace, she's an interesting lady.
A romper, bumper, stomper, tell any, do, C29. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that show, so I don't know all the sayings.
Well, I do remember they pulled out like a mirror that was missing the mirror at the beginning. And she said, I see Stevie, and I see Fred, and I see, Lucy, whatever. And it was, their way of recognizing, Bobby over Petit Jean River Homestead.
Bobby?
Dadgummit, Bobby. But that's, when I was a kid, I guess the earliest show I remember watching, other than football, was like Speed Racer, and we used to watch it when we was in Texas, and we moved from Texas in 1972, so it had to be running before then. And I was disappointed because we moved from Texas to Florida, and they weren't showing it in Florida. That was
a Speed Racer. That was a cartoon, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it actually qualifies for what they call anime.
Yeah. I know
Although,
what you're talking about.
as far as I know, anime is just animated stuff that have a story to or something. I don't know.
Like the raisins. That was a commercial for the raisins, and they were. I heard it through the grapevine, and they were dancing. It was raisins with legs and arms, and that was an animated, almost like a clay style animation, but not a clay style.
Now I do also remember, now that I mention it. I remember watching Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
I remember watching the Tribbles. My daddy used to watch that, and so
Claymation. That's it.
yeah.
I think Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. I think that was kind of like claymation a little bit. I think
That looked like claymation, don't it?
it's kind of, but not. It was at first it was in black. No, I'm trying to think if it was in color the whole time. It was, I forget. I think, I know Charlie Brown and them, that was out in the 69 or 70 when that hit the airwaves.
Ellsworth. Oh, Ellsworth here. Is Lacey there with you? Ellsworth? If she is, I'll get one of the dogs to come up. She loves Nikki. I love Nikki too, but Gumby and Pokey were claymation.
I don't know them.
Emily's asking about Carl, if he's from Ellsworth, Maine. He's good people, Emily. You ought to check him out. You got she's dancing right now. Okay. Well, she's a mighty sweet young lady.
My buddy Gleason News, he's another coin collector. He's from Gleason, Tennessee.
Gleason, Tennessee.
Yeah, his YouTube channel is Gleason News, News, and that's the name of the newspaper in his town. I
try to come up with new names all the time. My latest one, Dr. Beltloop29, I hadn't decided what to do with that just yet. I may change it up again. I got one channel I keep changing the name of it.
Oh, Captain Kangaroo? Oh, yeah. I used to watch that every Saturday morning.
Yeah, I remember Captain Kangaroo.
Was it Saturdays or Sundays? I forgot.
I don't remember. I know Saturday used to be the day for.
I think he was in PBS. I'm not sure. He might have been ABC or something, but I watched Captain Kangaroo every weekend. Used to get the ping pong balls dropped on it.
Well, my water's pretty much out. I guess I need to drink something else.
Yeah, Australian. Foster's. Australian for yeah.
15, 20 minutes from Ellsworth. Okay.
KK, what's up, Kyle?
Let's see. Cheers.
I ain't got nothing but coffee, but cheers. I gotta go get another cup.
Well, had one Foster's Coke. I mean, I'm mostly drinking water these days.
Yeah, Mr. Green Jeans. Yeah, sometimes he come in on a tricycle.
Sup, Marines and Army Mama?
Hey, Miss Wanda, how you doing, Shan?
Can you hear us? I cannot hear her.
Unless she's muted.
She doesn't appear to be muted. All right.
Does it show when you mute it
It shows over here, yeah.
on your end, but you can't see it? Like like I muted myself earlier, and well, like right here would show the little mute button. You know, like StreamYard or
Yeah.
any other one.
Well, I'm not seeing. She's not muted, but maybe she's having issues with her audio.
Right. I gotta get some
Hey,
another.
hey, Jason, over Just
Gotta
Jason.
get some more Java. Be right back.
I don't blame you.
It's just right there.
I see it.
Oh,
Looks like you got a nice coffee coffee pot.
55. It'll make 55 cups.
That's a lot of coffee.
Yeah, I don't make that much though. I make 36.
Welcome back, Marines and Army Mom.
Now can you hear me?
I can. I can. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
I know I missed your last live stream, and I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We was just sitting back and I had the candles burning and just relaxing.
Well, that's the way to do it. You know, sometimes I enjoy being, doing the live streams as long as I don't feel like I have to do it. But, I've been doing, sometimes I get in the mood to do it, and I jump up on do pop-ups all the time. Seems like Eddie gets upset with me. But, I see Stevie's here too. Good to see you, darling. And
I'm a little tired tonight. I loaded up the grandchildren and we went, my sons and daughter-in-law went to a strawberry festival today.
that would be cool. Did they have any games, or was it tell me, what was it like?
Well, it had a lot of vendors, a lot of food trucks, and strawberries. That you could purchase from a local farmer. The local farmer grew all the strawberries, and at one point, they sold out and had to go take the truck to the farm and load up more strawberries to bring back to sell.
Wow. I used to live in Chit, a little place called Chipley, Florida, and they had a watermelon festival every year. Small town life is just really, really neat. I miss, of course I can't go back to being a kid again, much as I'd like to. But I do love small town life.
Yeah. Yes, and like I said, they had vendors, selling, independent vendors, it wasn't these big local vendors like you would see at some of these festivals. They were all small independent vendors. So it was.
That was a Ponchatoula one?
Good day. The Cruising on the High Sea says, "Good day, y'all." So,
was that in Ponchatoula, Miss Wanda?
No. I live in Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Because we have one over here. It's in Ponchatoula.
now you live in, and I'm not narrowing it down, but I'm thinking you might be living in Central Tennessee as opposed to Eastern or Western. If I remember.
Yes.
Okay, because I've got kinfolk over in Eastern Tennessee. I got outlaws over in Eastern Tennessee.
Yeah, in-law, outlaw.
Well, my wife's sister and her husband and family live down that way, and I enjoy going up there every now and again. But I hadn't been in a few years. For over a year now, I've been trying to focus on putting at least 64 hours in every week, and it's kind of a boring life just going to and from work. But I'm thinking maybe I'll slow down when I retire.
Right.
Maybe. Who knows? Hard to say.
Right. I can probably be in Gatlinburg. Well, I'm trying to think now. Last time I went to Gatlinburg up there is probably about 3 hours, about a 3 hour drive.
That's not too bad. It's about 8 hours for us to get up there. But we live down, Mississippi, and they live over in Corryton, just outside of Knoxville.
Yes, sir. I know where that is.
Really, that's cool.
Yes, I do.
But her Tammy's sisters, I guess it's my brother-in-law too. If he's married to my wife's sister, but he's good people. He's does mechanic work, that type of thing. And he always takes, he's always been very helpful to everybody in the family. And in fact, I think they've got a niece, another niece of ours. I guess technically it's their niece and our niece, because it's Tammy's side of the family that stays up there with them and works up there at the Dollywood. But we're going to try to go up there at some point and see if we can't get tickets to Dollywood and go see what's going on. I've only been once.
Really? Yeah, I've been to Dollywood a couple of times. But, I like living where I live. The part of Tennessee to where I live is very rural. It's laid back country, no red lights, no stop signs, not a lot of people.
Well, that'd be nice.
We got a parish here in Louisiana. We don't call them counties. We call them parishes.
Mm-hmm.
The most southwestern parish, and it's the second largest in the state, only has one red light, and it's not in it. It's in Creole, Louisiana, which is a very small town. It's a community. They have a post office, and there's no railroad tracks. One red light in the whole parish.
Are you over there towards Sulphur?
Well, Sulphur's in Calcasieu Parish, which is 5 miles north of Cameron Parish.
Well, I know that there are a couple of YouTubers that's over that way. Southern Boy Prepper and Rolling Smoke Barbecue.
Rolling Smoke's up right north, a little northwest of Lake Charles.
Yeah, I think it's DeQuincy, maybe.
Yeah, DeQuincy.
And I know that. I think that's also same town that Southern Boy Prepper is from. I think.
Oh, he's from DeQuincy too. Okay. Southern Boy was in my live stream Wednesday night.
He's good people. I hadn't talked to him much lately. I guess I've talked to him more lately than I have. There's a long period that I didn't, talk much with him. And normally when I do, it's through Eddie. Eddie, a lot of times, I don't talk with a lot of people on the phone. There's about 3 people I talk to on a regular basis. 1 is Eddie, 2 is my wife, and 3 is Trucker Jay. And I've been knowing Trucker Jay for 24 years or so, Tammy for 37 years, and Eddie for, I don't know, 3 or 4.
Hey, Simon.
And but I don't do a lot of conversating on the phone. I do more conversating, I guess, on YouTube live streams than I do anything else.
Petit Jean River. I don't know. That's how we pronounce it down here, Petit Jean, or Tijon. But we have comedian named Pettijohn. Dave Pettijohn. That's his last name. And he said, no red lights over there where he's at. He's in a small town of 200.
That's small. I think there's two. I think there's 2 red lights in Florence, maybe 3 now. In the town of Florence, I think you got one up on the highway, but one in the middle of town. And I think they just put another one in, up the highway a little bit. So it's, of course, we got probably 5,000-6,000 people in town. I technically live in Florence, but I'm closer to Richland. I get to Richland City Hall a lot quicker than I do Florence.
Don't they have a town up there called Araby or Arab? Arab. That's up by kind of North Alabama a little bit.
Maybe.
I got a buddy of mine that I had worked with at one time. He's from Arab. And it's like not quite all the way North Alabama, say about 50 miles south of the border, 60 miles south of the border. The northern Arkansas border. Small town.
The population of Florence is actually 4,000. Let's see, 4,753. But Florence is just, one's just outside of Star, Mississippi.
Star. That's where Faith Hill's from.
Right. In fact, my brother asked her out. She told me. She did.
Well, I'm sorry. I tell you, it's like this. I live so rural that we laugh and say that they have to pop sunshine in of a morning.
Down in the holler, huh?
Right.
Let's see. I'm trying to find out the population of the Star. I know it ain't much. I don't know how many people's in Star. It's so small, I guess they don't even bother listing the population for it.
I can look it up real quick.
Well, I just tried using it on Google. Maybe I ought to try one of them. By the way, I heard something else kind of interesting the other day.
Hoorah, Boo. What's up, Marines and Army Mom?
Oh, Devil Dog.
Hoorah. I was looking for you earlier. You're live, but the only live I saw earlier was that little short one you made. I was eating at that time. But I didn't know you was live at that time. By the time I clicked on the live video, you were gone.
Yeah, I went from 7 to 8 today.
Yeah.
I usually go 7 to 8:30, but I was tired. Hey, hoorah, Wanda. Hoorah, Simon. The Moose.
I just asked Chat GPT, and it does not say. There's no official population data for Star.
Oh, Star's down by Jackson over there. I thought Star was up north Mississippi.
No, it's south of Florence on 49.
Yeah, it's right southeast of Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, you got in the local area, you got Pearl, Flowood, Florence, Richland, Star, and Delo is down south of Star for that matter. And,
Pearl, that's by no, I can't remember that town right across the bridge from Pearl.
Jackson?
No, that's where the main office and warehouse for Hudson's Treasure Hunt is at.
Okay.
Can't remember the name of that town. It's a good sized town. They got an army base next to it.
In Pearl?
No, there's a town next to Pearl, right across the bridge. There's a little river that runs through there.
Brandon?
Hattiesburg.
Well, Pearl's a long ways from Hattiesburg.
Oh, there's a town. I want to say it's Pearl.
Pearl's like an hour and 15 hour and a half from Hattiesburg.
Well, it's not Pearl then. It's something else. Pedal.
Yeah, Petal. My parents
Petal.
used to live in Petal. Lived there for like 20 years.
That's the one across the river from Hattiesburg.
Yeah.
I had it mixed up. Petal, Pearl, Peon.
Hey,
Potato, tomato.
Right. Something like that.
well, I lived in Petal, I guess, for a little while. Me and Tammy moved in with them, my parents in Petal, right before we moved out to Oak Grove. So,
I don't think I've ever lived in Mississippi, Gary.
well, that's our loss, I reckon, or yours.
I'd have to ask my mama.
Well, you lived in Indiana, didn't you?
Lived in Indiana, lived in Ohio, Georgia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Tennessee, California, Texas, Japan, Panama.
Well, we've lived in Louisiana, I've lived in Louisiana, lived in Texas, Florida, and Mississippi. And that's pretty much it. Well, Mississippi is a wonderful place if you consider all my, I got a lot of family here. It tends to be pretty hot in the summer and pretty cold in the winter. It's very humid. I said that way because I didn't want to argue with you about it, Eddie.
What?
I saw you shaking your head.
No, I'm shaking my head because Des said, "Is that watermelon, Eddie?" And I'm like, "No, I got frozen brisket that was cooked at the meetup.
Yeah.
I have onions and pickles, and then I have black-eyed peas with jalapenos, and I have carrots."
Okay, the carrots must be what I was seeing in that. I was wondering what those were. Yeah, Faith Hill was raised in Star and turned my brother down for a date when she did a demo tape actually at my brother's house. He used to be really into recording and all that kind of stuff. Musical equipment. I mean, he used to have a Yamaha DX7 and.
Who's that, Wyatt?
Yeah, Wyatt used to have a lot of stuff like that. Lived in a month in Guatemala for school. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind living in another country for like a month.
You did. You lived in Mexico.
I know. Well, yeah, that was with the studies abroad program. But population of Star is 90.
Yeah, according to the post office.
Oh, cool. It's a small town.
That little link I just put in the chat.
Okay, I see.
Zip code, something. Cybo. You put in a zip code of any city, it'll give you the population.
Well, I tried it on Google. By the way, that reminds me. Did you hear that Google?
Wait, I don't like Katie.
Katy, Texas?
She said she wants out of Texas. Katie's Kitchen.
Oh.
She said, "I grew up in Texas, still in Texas. I was born in Texas. I've lived in Houston since I was 2 years old, and then we moved all over and moved back when I was in 7th grade till I graduated, and then joined the Marine Corps and moved, and then come back after I got out of the Marine Corps."
Well, try
I love Texas. I love Texas. How can you say you want out of Texas?
God
Go.
bless Texas.
Go. Nobody's keeping you here, Katie. Go. Pack up and leave.
Hey, God bless Texas. I'm lived in California for 56 years. That's a long time.
You were saying something about I forget what it was you was fixing to say. I don't know if it was about Louisiana. Beltloop.
I ain't talking to you, Gary.
Yeah, I know. I just don't remember.
I remember me saying population, zip codes.
Well, I might have been talking about, Shooting Star Mississippi Bruce. He's down in Delo. I lived in Shreveport for about a year.
What do you mean he's in Delo? He was just in San Antonio.
Well, he lives down near Delo.
Oh.
I have family that lives in San Antonio.
Very cool.
Simon lives in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I have lived in Florida. I lived in the Panhandle from about 72 till 81.
Katie says she loves me too. I wish that all these Yankees that were moving to Houston, moving to Texas would get out.
Why you just don't like anybody, do you, Eddie?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You got to keep that insulin in the refrigerator.
Well,
I got stuff I got to keep in the fridge. Solder flux and all that. It's in the syringe tube, and I got to keep. In the summer, I got to keep it in the fridge. I mean, well, that's all my extra syringes I got of it, because I don't use that much flux. If I'm working on regular old style circuit boards through hole, I don't use flux unless I have to.
Bruce, Shooting Star Mississippi was in San Antonio, Simon. He was there Friday. I think it was Friday.
Eddie likes his insulin warm. It gets spicy that way. Yeah, there you go.
well, I've heard that you have to make sure you have air conditioning or cool refrigerator.
Off cooler.
Hey, I love Alabama as well. I love the South.
Yeah, L.A., Lower Alabama. I used to live there in L.A. Valley Batcher. Oh, and I live north of the interstate too. Some people down there in Valley Battery, if you live north of the I-10, the interstate, you're a Yankee. That's how far south they were.
Hey, there's a lot of people that think if you live above Interstate 20, you're a Yankee.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I lived so far down on the Gulf Coast in Louisiana, the Mason-Dixon line was I-10. It was.
Well, you know where the Mason-Dixon line is, don't you?
In Georgia.
No, Mason-Dixon line is up around Philadelphia.
Philadelphia?
Yeah. Hey, I'll look it up again. But
really?
Yeah.
I thought it was in Georgia, around Macon, Georgia area. Didn't they have, that old movie years ago, Mason-Dixon line?
Yeah.
That was wrote and directed by Jethro, Max Bear.
Hang on, I'll show you.
And I
Peter,
didn't
those
know
ain't
that until 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Peter, those ain't real Texans.
Began south of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and extended from a benchmark east to Delaware River and west of Western Virginia.
Yeah, but which Mason-Dixon line is that? That's Mason and Dixon line. That was a railroad.
All I know is that people say that the Mason-Dixon line divides the North from the South.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, I don't know. That seems awful high north.
I thought the Mason-Dixon line was down by Georgia.
Yeah, it is. The real one. The real one that, but the one that's up there, I think that's a railroad. It's too straight.
Okay.
That's what I thought, Gary. I don't know the answer. I'm just saying that's what I thought.
Well, all right.
I'm not arguing with you, Gary.
All right. Well, hang on. States like Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina are considered to be below the Mason-Dixon line.
Yes.
Which means that they are in the southern part of the United States. Mason-Dixon line was established in the 18th century, originally marking the boundary between Pennsylvania and Maryland.
Oh, you know what? That's part of the Mason-Dixon line. That's the most eastern part of the Mason-Dixon line.
Is Pennsylvania and between Pennsylvania and Maryland. That's the actual Mason-Dixon.
The Mason-Dixon line map borders the states of Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, and West Virginia in present day. originally created to set up a southern border for the entirety of Pennsylvania, an extension of the line that runs south along the Maryland-Delaware border.
Right, and which is pretty far north. I mean, if you in Alabama, Florida, Texas, and what have you, that's a whole lot further north than we are. So I mean, people tend to think of the Mason-Dixon line as being, fairly north or fairly close, I think, but it's actually all ways up there. And I mean, Pennsylvania, that's
Peter, I hope your cat's doing okay. The tooth.
yeah. Katie said, "I want them black-eyed peas, Eddie. Give them up."
Huh.
Oh, I thought she might be asking about me, asking about Batman. He named one of his cats after me. Well, thank you, Peter. I had been meaning to thank you for that.
What?
Naming a cat after me.
He didn't name no cat after you.
He got Batman.
Batman was named before he even met you.
I don't know about that. How long you had that cat?
6 years.
Well, maybe I've known him longer than I knew. What? I'm just saying. I don't know.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that he must have named it after me, Batman.
He didn't name it after you. Your name's not Batman. Your name is Gary.
Well, apparently Batman is more active now and eating better. That's a good thing. Well, Peter, when did you get Batman? That is the question.
Well, before he knew you, Gary. That is the answer. That is the answer.
I didn't ask you, TJ. I'll ask Peter over at Old Man King Homestead. And only he can answer that. He may have had her longer. He may not have. I don't know.
That's good to hear, Peter.
Batman was born in April the 28th, 2018. All right.
Yep.
You, well, that don't mean he had the cat that had Batman. Henry Lester.
He said Batman was born in 2018. You didn't know Peter in 2018.
Well, that's true.
So he didn't name Batman after you.
That doesn't mean that he.
You took Batman the cat's name. You're named after a cat.
No. My legend has been spread far and wide by all these different shows and what have you, and they've greatly exaggerated a lot of things. So now the dogs are barking. Hey, Nikki. Nikki, you want to come up? Come here, baby girl. Come on, baby girl. Come on. You coming up to sit with Daddy? Yes. Who's a good girl? Come here, baby girl. Come on. Up. I don't know if she's going to come up or not. So, I have no ice cream in my hand. All I got is that right there. I get it right directly. Batman. No, Batman. I don't have ice cream. Come on, Nick. Come on. I don't know why. Eddie, maybe you'll understand. Why will a dog walk up to you and just stand there? Won't let you pick her up.
She wants a treat.
Oh. I guess I could give her one. All of them come running when I pick this up, though. Nikki, I don't know if I ought to give you one.
No, Sam, he don't.
What?
No, Sam, he don't.
No, I'm good. I appreciate it though. I don't even have any ice cream. In fact, they had, thanks to Tim and Stevie, they sent me ice cream last time.
I polished off the last we had in a gallon container. Had ice cream cone because we had one cone left, and then they had about 3 bites of ice cream in the bottom of the container. And we just got that gallon on the Saturday, I think, on the 3rd.
Boo.
And one,
Gary,
two, 2, 3, 4. But Johnny Best, he eats over here too. So
There you go.
Gary cheated Tim and Stevie. Boo.
I did not.
He cheated them.
Hey, I poured alcohol in it and I drank and ate it.
Yeah, you were supposed to make a float.
Hey,
and you just poured it on the top, ate it and drank it out of the very top, and then ate the rest of the ice cream.
That's not true. I put ice cream in it, or I put liquor in it like 3 times, 3 or 4 times.
No, you didn't.
I did.
At the very top. At the very top. You just had the liquor. No.
I put it in there 3 or 4 times. 3 or 4 times I put it in there. I remember that. Yeah. Well, it was as much a float as anything.
No, it was not a float. It was not a float.
I ain't had a funnel cake in a long time. Simon making me hungry, and I just ate chicken spaghetti. Missy made a chicken spaghetti for supper. Oh, that was good.
I will go through. See, even Tim was saying I did not cheat y'all. Let's see. Hang on a second. I'll find.
Yeah, we had funnel cakes today from the strawberry festival I went to.
It was a Sonic Blast.
You were supposed what?
Simon,
what was a Sonic Blast? Cake.
What they sent me.
No, Simon, they sent you Dairy Queen.
Strawberry.
They sent you a Blizzard.
No, it wasn't. It was Sonic.
Oh, okay.
See, you can't even remember.
You're the one that said Blizzard. You said Blizzard on the live. Go back and listen.
Well, it was a Sonic Blast.
No, you said it was vanilla ice cream with chocolate Blizzard.
It was something like that. It was delicious. Come on. There we go.
Yeah, Dairy Queen's got the Blizzard. Sonic has the Blast. Yeah, they closed the Dairy Queen here in town about a month ago.
They did here too.
The Whataburger just opened up on April 29th, right the last of the month. Whataburger, yeah, man. I think Dairy Queen got scared and hightailed it. The Whataburger, they're gonna give Burger King a run for their money. They're gonna slow Burger King's business down because they cheaper than Burger King, and they got a bigger burger than Burger King.
Whataburger?
Yeah, they got a bigger burger than the Whopper. Their regular burger is bigger than the Whopper.
It is,
and it's cheaper. It's $7.99 for the meal deal. And Burger King's meal deal is like $11, $10.50, something like that. It's $8 with a coupon. So Burger King's regular Whopper meal deal with a coupon is the same price as Whataburger's regular price.
Well, I like Whataburger.
Oh, I love them. I just hadn't had a chance to eat at this one yet because, man, for 4 days, man, it was like solid jam packed, like 24 hours.
I was getting that mushroom Swiss burger from Whataburger. It was really good, but the last time I got one, it seemed to be smaller and was not as good.
You got the kitty burger then. The kitty burger's the size of a Whopper. Or in between a Whopper Junior and a Whopper, the kitty burger is.
I paid for a full size one. So
Polar Bear Ed, he when him and Mark and Sandy came down to visit, they ate at Whataburger in Texas. We didn't have that one there yet, and he had the mushroom and whatever the one you just mentioned, mushroom
Mushroom
Swiss,
and
whatever.
Swiss.
Yeah, Ed had that one. He said, "Man, I can't wait to get back down there or find a local Whataburger up here somewhere." You know, he's kind of wishfully hoping that they're going to open one up north in Ohio.
Tell you what, Nikki, if you come up, I will give you a treat. If you're gonna have to come up first, I ain't pulling it apart because you know, just not doing it. I love y'all though. Y'all are good dogs.
Carville.
Well, I don't think I've ever heard of a Carvel.
Me neither.
Now they got that James Carvel down there in Louisiana.
Oh, screw him. He made a fool of himself on TV a while back.
He does that.
He couldn't remember something and he was hesitating too much.
Come on, Rosemary. There we go. That's my friend.
He was fishing for something. He was trying to invent something.
Well, there's a lot of that going on these days.
No, he forgot what he was like his rehearsed his memorized the script or whatever, and he forgot part of it. I had seen the aftermath of it because I got a friend of mine that can't stand him, despise him, even though he is James Carville is a LSU and Saints fan and wears LSU clothes shirts all the time. My buddy is an LSU fan, but he can't stand David or whatever. Yeah, David or whatever his name is.
James Carville.
Yeah.
Well, you know, my cousin played football down at LSU in the mid '80s. Back when Gary James, Dalton Hilliard, Wickersham, Tony Smith, I think, had quite a few folks go. I think 17 people they played with went pro. A Greek who invented soft ice cream. Katie said, if you got any brisket left, make tacos out of it. Sit on the corner of ice cream cone for Foster's freeze and free hamburger in a mall. And an ice cream cone for Foster's freeze for a free burger in a mall. Cool. What time are you going? They're going live at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 8 o'clock Central, I guess. And 9 o'clock. Come on, Nikki. Look, y'all got food over there. And I don't know how many treats I can give you at one time. I don't like giving you more than one or two. All right, last time tonight. Y'all ain't getting no more treats.
Because your daddy's stingy.
No, they're eating peanuts, and I don't know that if that's good for them. I know it ain't bad for them, but you know, I don't.
I gotta take this call.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I'll check y'all later.
Hey, thanks for coming up, bro.
All right.
There, boo.
Plutot. Love, peace, and crackling grease. Plutot.
There we go. But Baskin Robbins. I don't know if there's a Baskin Robbins around here or not. There used to be one in the gas station. Let me see if there's one. There's one in Byram, Flowood. There's two in Flowood. I think that. Come. She's just standing right there in front of me. Well, that's all right. Anyhow, I hear the train a calling. It's coming around the bend. Something like that. I don't remember the whole song. Pets are out of control this weekend. Mine are still my son's adventure pen ribbons from Weeblos. Oh, wow. Coming around the bend. Since I don't know when, Folsom Prison.
I believe Johnny Cash sings that, Gary.
Yeah, I think so. Me too.
No.
Me and Johnny.
No, you don't.
He's in good company. Or he
You do
was.
not. No, you do not sing it well. You don't even remember the words.
Well, I wrote it a long time ago.
You didn't write it.
Okay, that's true. You caught me. Uniform belt and the drag it. Yeah, Nikki will drag things on the bed. Sometimes she gets a hold of something so big she can't drag it. She's funny. But anyhow, all right. Sweetheart, you want to hop down? I drug you up here.
Yeah, what the heck's wrong with you?
I don't know.
You was just calling her, wanting her on your lap. Now you're wanting to get her down.
Well,
Nikki! Nikki! Nikki, Nikki! Hey, Nikki! Nikki! What's up, Nikki?
You hear your mom?
Hey, Nikki! She just keeps tilting that head back and forth. Nikki!
You hear Gracie?
Nikki! It's what a museum.
Maybe talking about basketball.
Nikki, you got big eyes? Nikki! 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 What's up, baby? What's up, Nikki? What? I'm not talking to you! You just spilled all of them. Thank you. Thank you for spilling my pork skins. Go lay down.
She got your pork skins.
Yeah, she just knocked them down and spilt them all over the floor.
You hear that? Your mom is getting tricky in her old age. There you go. Hey, Bat. Good to see you. Oh, well, we've been live a long time. It's about time to shut down. Let me thank all the folks for coming in.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, it's been like an hour and 28 minutes.
I'm eating.
That don't mean we got to keep going live.
Why not? It's my entertainment. You know, it's like dinner and a movie.
Somebody thinks you're funny at least.
Why'd you laugh, Gary?
I was laughing.
I sat there and watched you laugh.
Okay, thank you, Bat13, for coming in. DeMoose, 1829, M. Buglet, Emily, Katie's Kitchen, Nicole Ruiz, Peaceful Des, member of the family, and DeMoose, member of the family, as well as
Why are you reading people's names?
And Tim Mitchell, another member.
Gary.
We got Petite Jean River, Petit Jean River, and Homestead. Bob.
Gary.
Peaceful Des, member of
It's
the family.
Petit Jean River.
I think that's what I said.
No, you didn't. You said Petit.
Okay, let's start again. You just trying to keep me live so I can't end it on the 29th. That's what you're trying to do.
I don't know what you. It's already 1:30, so you missed the 29.
It's 29.
No, it's 1 hour and 30 minutes and 8 seconds. I'm looking. So nice try.
Sometimes I can't stand you. Arlene, Bat 13.
Why are you reading people's names?
Because I'm trying.
Gracie.
I'm trying to recognize the people that are here.
Say what?
I'm trying to recognize the people that are here.
Okay, well we're not ending it. You done got me untired, bruh.
That ain't my fault.
And I just said you done got me untired, so it kind of is your fault.
You got yourself untied.
No, you got me freaking my adrenaline pumping and everything else.
Does that happen when you see me?
Yeah, you bring out some bad emotions in me, some bad feelings.
You know I'm straight, right?
I didn't say nothing about. I'm not trying to pick you up, Gary.
Well, it sounds like it.
And my name ain't Tammy, bruh. So you only date Tammys anyway.
That's not true. That's like 10% of the girls I've dated.
Oh, bull.
It is.
Whatever.
Maybe more like 8%. And that's when I was single anyhow. All right. Thank you for being here, Arlene, Bat 13.
Dude, we're not leaving.
Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. DeMoose, M. Buglet, Joanne Glass, Katie's Kitchen, Nicole Ruiz, Nightbot, Old Man King Homestead, Peaceful Des, Petty John River Homestead.
Hey, you said it wrong again.
Petit John River Homestead.
Petit Jean River. Petit Jean River.
Well, thank you.
Not Petit or Petit.
The Silent Forgotten, Tim Mitchell. Yes, I can barbecue. Members of the family at this time that are still here. DeMoose, 1829. We got Old Man King Homestead, Peaceful Des, Tim Mitchell, and yes,
Des here?
Yeah, Des is here.
Are you sure?
I think so. Did I just read all? Yes, yeah, her name's here.
Her name's here. I don't mean she's here.
Well, it's showing up as being participant, so she had.
Well, it takes a little bit to drop off.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in, everybody.
There's Peaceful Dad. She said, "Yes, I'm here."
Yeah, she did. She's right there. See it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Apparently, her and DJ are also are talking also.
Nikki!
You want to say something to him before we sign off?
We're not signing off. We're eating dinner.
Back on YouTube. Excellent. Does that mean that DJ's live right now? Well, I got to look anyhow. All right. You can stay there. Let's see. Let's see. I guess I could just go home and check. Well, I don't know if it'll even show up. Because I don't think I'm still subscribed to him.
Whose name Jamie?
Jamie? Your wife's name's Jamie.
Simon said, is his name Jamie?
His name's Eddie. DJ talking also. Okay. Yeah, I see that. It's his name, Eddie. See, I'll go. I think if we all go, Eddie will still be screaming, "It's not over." That's that's some truth to that. Who cooks the pasta in the sauce? I have never done that. I've always
boil up water and then add the sauce to it after you strain it and stuff.
I could see where you could though.
You put a little bit of olive oil. I don't know. Put a little bit of salt and olive oil in the freaking water. Drop the sketty in. Let it boil.
Hey, go ahead and set it up, Simon. I can set up a redirect for you.
Yeah, that's the way I've always cooked my pasta.
Is it?
Boil it with the olive oil and a little salt water, then strain it, and I make my sauce separately.
Okay. All right. Simon's going to set up a live, and then we can raid Simon. All right. Let me see here. Let me see if I can check out Simon's. Let me go over to. Let me switch over to my other account. Yes, you're a good girl. To your channel. Yes, I can. Barbecue. Let's see. Tuesday night was his live stream. I'm not seeing one yet. Waiting on Simon to get it set up. Here to chit chat and chew some fat. Chit chat some fat. There we go. Well, I got to make a fresh cocktail. Well, we are chewing some fat. Have been. I don't know where Eddie went, but that's okay. He gonna sit here 9:50 Central. All right. Go ahead and go live, Simon. And then I can just send it straight over. Sweetheart, it's Nikki. I brought her up here, and now she wants to be all lovey-dovey, which I do want. I enjoy. I get one day off a week, and I'm spontaneous combustion. Well, is it set up? Let me go and look, and let me redo this. Besides, I know Eddie is tired. He's been up since 4:30 this morning. And I don't know where he went now. He done dropped down. All right, Saturday Night Live. Here it is. All right. Let me go through and do a redirect. Hang on. That way we can serve a purpose. And content, y'all just bear with me 1 second so I can. All right, he is live. Looks like. Let me do customization, redirect. All right, dadgummit, Simon, you don't have it to where it's redirectable. It will not let me highlight it. You need to at least let me go through it and redirect. Tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and I will go to his channel, and we'll do it that way. But Simon, you need to set it up to where I can go through and I can go through and tell you what, y'all. Click on this link I'm just about to put in the chat and go over there. Because I'm just about, let's see. There we go. Thank you for putting that in there for me. And it's on the pinned messages. And hang on, I'm gonna go over here for just a second and let me see if I can go on to his chat. I'm gonna hop. I tell you what, I'm gonna end it over here. Y'all just go over to his and tell him, YouTube. Hey, yeah, that's all good. The fact is, though, you have it set up where people can't redirect to your channel. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me go through and show you how to change that. I think I can. Hang on. Let me go to my YouTube studio. Let me share it so I can show you. And this will be like a little. All right. And if you pull that up, I'm sure I can find it. All right. Let's see, channel, upload defaults. Hang on, I'll find it just a second. All right, I've got to figure out permissions, community. Okay, there it is. All right. If you bring up, I shared a screen, go ahead and share my screen. It should be right there. All right. I don't know if that's the right one or not. But I tell you what, here's what you do. Go to your YouTube studio and click on settings. Yeah. All right. Then go down to community moderation. All right. Now scroll down while it's still on automated filters. There's one that says all channels, either channels that I subscribe to can redirect to my content, or all channels can redirect to my content. I've got it where everybody can redirect to mine. But click on that and then save, and hopefully you're subscribed to me. So then either one will work, and then just hit save and it should do it. All right. And I'm going to go. Well, all right. All right, now I can redirect it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end my live so that everybody will show. Everybody will head up over to Simon's. You tell Simon it's a Beltloop29 Love Ray. All right, and we're
Well, I don't think I'll make it over there. Like I said, I'm tired from the family trip today. But thank you for having me on panel. It's always a pleasure to be on your panel.
pleasure to see you too, Marie and Mom. I'm ending it in 3, 2.